Welcome back to video number 2 of the World Cup kit rankings. First we did the home ones, now we're doing the away kits. Joining me once again is Mr. James LaVigne. Thank you for joining me again.
Pleasure to be here.
What you thought about, the first video we did, home kits?
Like the home kits, it was good to learn the history of them. Even some of the small details you probably wouldn't see as you're kind of glancing through, like, you see like an article that has all of them. Definitely learned a lot, found some new favorites. Actually found some that I might be copping myself. So
hopefully they're still, available, because they be selling out.
Has it just been like a straight selling out?
Honestly, like earlier today I was looking for the South Korea jerseys, right, and having a hard time finding them right now.
Well, hopefully that doesn't stay the same. I wonder if there's some after the World Cup even. Do you think
I hope so. I really do hope so. Or else the other way would be like ordering from or finding like a plug from like in Korea or whatever to like order.
Right. Who's got them all over
there. Because I don't know if I mentioned in the last video, but like I'm still trying to get a Japan long sleeve, the away kit. Y'all saw me wearing the home kit for the home video. Today I'm wearing the away Mexico jersey. Love this jersey. It's top 3 easily. But yeah, the away Japan jersey, I want it only long sleeve. For some reason they don't sell it out here. It's only, I guess it's just maybe a Japan exclusive.
Interesting.
And there's some people on Twitter that I follow that I collect jerseys and stuff. And one's based in Japan and was like, if y'all need one, DM me. We'll talk. Let you know how much it costs, and I'll ship it to you.
Now, you know what does suck, though, is this can never be a favor for a favor, because nobody's hitting us up to get an American kit, for sure, as we've seen. What I did find, though, that was a cool little thing that I liked from the first one. Didn't like Nike's go at it this year, so far, for the homes, at least. I enjoyed what Adidas was doing. Puma was hit or miss, and I'm hoping that we'll see maybe some redemption going on in the away kits.
Maybe a Nike, maybe some Nikes. Adidas. You know what? I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it.
Let's jump right in.
All right. So, away kits, World Cup, Qatar. We're a few days away. First one, we're going again. I think it's
one thing I do want to ask though. How they figure out home and away? Is it just kind of arbitrary? Is it like it's just whoever they feel like going into?
Wait, what do you mean?
So in group play, how do they decide what team is home or away?
I don't know. That's a good question.
All right, we'll look into that.
Yeah,
we'll have a TikTok for that at some point.
That's a good question. Okay, first kit we have Argentina with the away purple. I don't remember why they did purple. The flames, though, if I'm not mistaken, I read that it's supposed to symbolize the flames of the sun of the flag. Okay. Like the middle of the flag is the sun.
Right.
So I believe I read that that's what the flames are supposed to stand. But yeah, it's purple, something different. What do you think?
Now, right off the bat, I'm kind of already getting a feeling, and correct me if I'm wrong, that so when we were talking about on the home jerseys, and we had those classics like the Brazil yellow, the Argentina stripes, right? And then we kind of had the ones that we know of classics that they kind of changed up a little bit, which was like the Netherlands, the Croatia, right? Those classic ones. Mm-hmm. Our away jerseys a little bit more kind of the one that you don't have to kind of be in a classic type of style, or
yeah, for the most part they're kind of like more like they let you explore your creativity, I guess you could say.
Right.
Compared to the home ones, at least that's what I think. It's kind of like when at the club level you have your home and away jerseys, then you have a third kit or even a fourth kit, and those could sometimes would be like some crazy like pattern or color.
And they change those ones more frequently than the other ones.
It's about the same, but they're just like more creative freedom, I guess you could say. Like they just like try to like do something that would probably like try to catch your eye.
Okay,
like that.
Get a little bit more riskier.
A little bit, yeah.
Now with this one, I like it. I think what I established yesterday is I'm leaning more towards the blues and purples rather than the reds. I like those at least a little bit more with the homes. The flames are okay. I like the colors that they used. I like that base kind of bluish purple. I like the light purple that's used on the sleeve. I'm not a huge fan of this one. I don't know. It's okay. I'm not a huge fan though.
Yeah, so when it first came out, I also said the same thing. I was like, I'm not really sure. And that was even before I knew about like what the flames meant. Right. Literally, I think I learned about what the flames meant like earlier this week or late last week. So yeah, I thought it was okay. It didn't like really like catch my eye like that. Like at least not in a good way. It kind of did grow on me. I do like it a little bit better than my first reaction when I first saw it. But it's nothing too like wow.
Right. I guess maybe I'd expect more. They have such a strong home kit. I guess because they maybe take a little bit more liberty to try something different with this. I like the we were talking about this with the home. Anytime they can give a little bit more context to the country, or there's like a representative meaning into that, kind of like we see with the Mexico one, even the Iran one, with various ones that we've seen. But this one's just not doing it for me. But where are you putting it at?
Let's start off. Let's see here. This one, I would say a C.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Like it did grow on me. I don't know if it's B tier. Maybe towards the end, I move it up. I for sure will move it down. But
a good solid C right there.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I'm not in love with it. I do like the purple. I do like the different tones of purple on it. So yeah, I mean,
I agree. It's not awful.
It's not awful. It's not awful.
Right.
It's not.
Right.
All right, and then next we have Australia with dark blue, and I guess what kind of? It's not aqua. It's not. I don't even know my shades of blues, but yeah, Nike once again.
Right. Back at it.
Back at it. Still kind of with the home pattern in a sense, because you have like the little color on the collar. It's not exactly the same. It's a little different, but it's very similar, at least with this kit.
Right.
I'm not a fan of this one. I'm not, especially from the home one. You know, the bright colors and all that. It had the yellow, the green, and it had the, some kind of connection to the country and all that. Yeah, it just seems very plain. It seems like how we mentioned with some of the other Nike kits in the home video, where it seems like a biker top.
Right.
Right. Like a cyclist, or a warm-up shirt. I haven't seen a picture yet with like the numbers or anything like that. Because obviously, like, I'm assuming the numbers will be the same color as the accents of the of that, and maybe with the numbers it'll look better. But just seeing this kit how it is right now, it's boring.
I'd have to agree with you there. I love the colors. I love I think what I established, I think navy blues probably, because I think when I thought about it, France is probably my favorite one from yesterday. I think that navy blue is probably my favorite base of any of these. I really like that light greenish, bluish hue, almost like seafoam, I guess. And I don't even mind the little collar thing that I didn't like of the USA one. I don't mind it here probably because the color, there's not too much going on from it. Mm-hmm. That small, slight little trim on the sleeve I like. However, that's where it ends because I think it's boring. I think for having such a strong home one,
yeah,
I expected a little bit more. What saves it is the colorway and that really cool Federation patch that they have. I think that's awesome. I think this is one where Nike logo's a little too big. Would have rather had it been smaller. Patch is good size, but other than that, it's not really doing nothing for me. Very average, like you said. If you were to take the Australia patch off, you could have found this at the Nike outlet. You know, like that's kind of what the
it's a training kit, it's a workout shirt.
Right,
you know,
right, and I'd expect more from Australia because I loved that was one of my favorites was Australia from the first one. Yeah, boring. Where were you putting it here?
I am putting this one in. Sorry, guys. It's an F. Like,
I feel it.
It just doesn't do anything really, man. Like,
doesn't move the needle.
Not at all. All right, so this next one is one of my favorite away kits. Belgium, and this is actually a partnership with what's that? Tomorrowland, the festival, the music festival.
Really?
Yeah. It's supposed to be. You could kind of. Can you see it? Sorry, the picture is terrible, but there's like. I'm trying to find it here. It's like the love campaign and stuff like that. I think I think right there on the collar it says love or something like that. I really like this kit. I like the colors. I like how it pops. One of my friends, I think you know, Zach. He actually bought it. He sent me pictures of it when he got it, and it's just so bright. It's like it just pops. It just pops. Yeah.
I think this is Belgium's been knocking out the park. I like the risk that they're taking. From the flames on the Guy Fieri to this one right here. This is what I want from a white jersey. This is perfect to me. It doesn't do too much. The Adidas logo is a perfect size. I like what they did with the Federation logo. How they captured that same kind of multicolor on the sleeves, so they're not exactly the same. You're kind of just getting that same image just kind of split over. The Adidas logo itself too, the small little thing around the collar of it, and it even looks like there might be something on the side.
Yeah, it goes down the side, those colors.
Beautiful. Early favorite. It's going to be hard to beat this for the rest of the aways, but Belgium knocking out the park right now. Adidas knocking out the park right now. Big fan.
No, yeah, same here. That one, especially with the partnership with Tomorrowland and all that, like...
Yeah, don't blow a story to it, too.
Yeah, that's a straight up A. Next, we have the away Brazil jersey. Same, they did the Jaguar pattern. It's solid blue. That's actually one of the, like, I guess you could say, like, a staple when it comes to the Brazil away jerseys. You know, the blue.
It's a blue, right,
the blue.
Right.
They do it a lot. So yeah, now I don't hate this jersey. I didn't fall in love with it as I did with the home jersey. I do like it. I kind of wish the green was maybe a little darker, or maybe it just didn't. Maybe if it didn't go way too high up like of the sleeve, maybe like it was kind of like faded away midway through instead of like up here. So it's still a good kit, you know. I like it. It has the Brazil staple blue for the away. They've done it plenty of times in the past. Yeah, I mean, it's a solid kit. Is it A material like it was with the home one? I don't think so. But it's up there for me.
I really like this one. This is one of those design decisions that I love from Nike. I love when Nike does prints. Like, I love when it's, whether it be in this, the Jaguar print, and I think it was Poland, they had that gray print that was at the top of it. I really, really like this one. It's right there, personally, up there with the yellow for me. I like how it fades in. Brazil they must have actually gave, meaning Nike, Brazil, the top tier designers for theirs, because it's definitely a fall.
They are the favorites. They are the favorites.
I love it. I love it. I like it. Personally, would be A material for me, but where are you putting it at?
I mean, we could rock paper scissors for it, but I was thinking. Just kidding. A B.
A B works. A B works. B works. We're early on it, and if there's one thing that I think we can agree on is they definitely have one of the better pairings.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Next, we have Cameroon with the Autobots 2.0. This one I do like a little bit more compared to the home one, at least the colorway scheme.
Right.
With the white, I think it looks better on top of a white shirt. But at the same time, it's still a pretty bad design.
Right. I think everything works a little bit better and makes a little bit more sense on the white, though. I agree with you there. I almost feel like maybe on the other green, that design pattern on it, the transformer on it, maybe could have been a different color. I would have liked it a little bit more. I think the green on green just didn't do it for me at that point. This works a lot better. And it shows the design actually had more potential, from the beginning. They really dropped the ball for me on the homes. Always pretty good, though.
Yeah, I do like the the colors of the flag on the cuff.
Works a lot better on this one, right? Yeah, putting it on there. I know you had it as a F on the last one. Are they redeeming themselves here?
You know what? I'll give them a D, just because. It could be an F. Don't get me wrong, in my opinion. But just because it just works better on the white shirt,
right?
I'll bump it up a little bit.
Okay,
I'll bump it up.
All right. I think that's a good. So far, a good.
Yeah, we have we have like a bar for each like.
That makes a lot of sense.
A bar has been set.
Right. Oh God.
All right. Back to Canada, as I mentioned in the home video, they haven't not got new jerseys in this cycle because it's not their cycle to get new jerseys, according to Nike. So sorry to my Canadian folks. But yeah, look, it's a clean shirt. It's a clean shirt. The badge on it, the crest on there looks clean, looks sharp. The Nike logo looks sharp. But if I was talking about the Australia kit looking like a training kit, this right here is a training kit.
Oh my God! Right.
This is this is a warm up shirt. It's just so plain. Like the red one, at least it had like the little designs on the sleeve, and all that. But this is just a straight white tee.
This is a bottom of the bin TJ Maxx Nike. This is what your uncle wears when he mows along with some Monarchs. This is like a science teacher wear this to try to be kind of cool. Like, hey, I follow football. Like, look, World Cup's
what
coming.
What do you do, kiddos?
Right. This is god awful. This is. Nike, and I know that this is like a out of cycle, but even if it's out of cycle, Nike should be ashamed of themselves for even giving them this. It's
not Canada's fault. It's not Canada's fault.
Right. This is awful.
Like going back to what we were saying about the home video, like it's their first World Cup in over 2 decades. Like you would hope to make it a memorable one, with your shirt at least,
It's like Nike forgot they had to do this for Canada, and like, oh, she just slap it on the white shirt. No, this is bad.
Yeah,
this is pretty bad. Canada, it's not your fault, and good luck in your first World Cup
in a while,
2 decades. And I wish they would have gave. And what's really disappointing is I really like the sleeves of the last one, and I was hoping that would kind of be used in some kind of form here, and.
You know what? Hit up your colleagues. Rock the hockey jerseys out there instead.
Right. It would do much better. Right.
Sorry, Canada. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. But F. All right, we're hitting 2 straight Fs right here. Costa Rica, once again. The blue pops on the white shirt. Like, look. Coming from a guy who has a lot of white kits, the white jerseys just look clean, like most of the time. You know, they are not misses. Like some of my Manchester United jerseys, especially my Real Madrid jerseys. You know, white kits are clean. You know, they look clean when they're done right. But this is the World Cup,
right?
You know, if you're gonna do a white kit, it's gotta be special. We just talked about, you know, Canada right before this one. Like, at least this one, they have colors on the sleeves and all that, you know. But it doesn't do much. Doesn't do anything. And it's kind of like the same criticism with the home one, where maybe like that color is just way too much, like way too high. So,
you know, I actually like this one. I like the. To me, the color, like that thicker blue, works a bit better with the white, and I think it's because the CR is really clean. They didn't overdo red. They didn't really overdo blue. The blue's a lot that it pops for me.
Mm-hmm.
I would go like early 2000s. Like I'd rock this with some jeans and like some Air Force Ones. I'll bring like some Coke Whites out for this one. It's not bad. It's not bad. I think like I get what you're saying. Like
it's the white kit. It's the white kit. It just looks. Things just look a lot cleaner on a white kit.
Right, and I'm gonna also kind of give it that kind of. You know what, honestly, it just makes me feel worse for Canada because it's like you really didn't have to do much. Because you're right, like the white kit is just in general, it looks clean, it looks good.
Like on the Canada one, like their crest is red. If you just threw a little bit of red anywhere on that shirt,
right, exactly. So like, you know, this is to me way better than the homes, but I do agree that I could be getting blinded by the white here. But where are you putting this one at?
This one's also F.
That's fair. That's fair.
Got to keep it consistent, man.
No, absolutely.
Okay. Next, we have Croatia's away jersey. Now, this one grew on me.
Okay.
At first, I was like, I don't know how I like the checkers kind of being like sucked into the crest, you know,
right?
Like it seems like that kind of little effect. But the longer I stared at it, saw some pictures where like people kind of like modeling it, players and stuff, and just seeing it more and more like on social media and stuff. It grew on me. I actually kind of like it. I like the dark blue and the lighter blue check marks and all that. Not check marks, but the checker box. Yeah. I think it's a solid away kit.
I like this one a lot. This is what I expect from Nike. I think Nike kind of
play favorites.
Definitely. Absolutely, and we'll learn more too. And I think as a company, they kind of pride themselves on more of futuristic designs, like in general, you know, and kind of pushing the envelope. And I think on the homes there was a bit to be desired there, although I didn't hate them. They were okay. This is what I expect from them. You know what I really like? My favorite part of this is the red Nike checker on this one. Like, that ties it all together because it's this one's a good one. I like this. Meh on the homes, but aways, I'm a fan.
Me too. Let's see here. So for this one, I'm actually gonna go B route.
Oh, Nike's redeeming themselves so far.
A little bit. A little bit.
That's solid B's. What do we have? Nike has some F's. New Balance is taking a big L. Ones are getting their grade up a little bit, so it's more
they
of
bumped up.
D minus, and
Adidas,
hit and miss so far. Not really missing, but because that one, the Argentina's not awful. Oops, wrong one.
Yeah, next have Denmark. The blackout. Now, like I said, Denmark is one of the few teams that, like 2 or 3 nations out there that have 3 jerseys out. Cameroon being the other one. And then I know there's another one. I just can't think of it right now. But yeah, I I believe these are the third kit, and the all white ones are the away kit. I could be wrong, but I picked the black one just because it also fit more with the message they're trying to send.
Right.
As I mentioned, in solidarity, with all the human rights violations, all the lost lives and everything like that. So they didn't want it to stand out. Solidarity, just all black, all red, all white, stuff like that. So kind of hard to see the designs, but they're pretty much the same pattern on each kit.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of all black. Black's my favorite color, but I like the red one. I get the message. I love the message. I just wish they could have done something creative with along with the message.
Right.
The red one, you could at least see the patterns better. This one, you have to like squint your eyes really to kind of like make it out.
Right.
So, it's not a bad kit. I just wish they could have found another creative way to, pass the message, that they were trying to send.
I think that this is one of those cases that I would have liked to. I don't know who actually made this one.
Hummel.
I would have liked to see Nike take a crack at an all black. I think they do better with like the term is escaping me, but like black on black, white on white, gray on gray, whatever. Kind of like what they would have done with the Mexico one. I know that those like more two-tone, but I think they could have done a little bit more in the design of it being all black. I think the idea of, as you have said with this one and the last one, there's meaning behind it. That's always cool, but boring. Not a huge fan. Wouldn't go run out to get it. Wouldn't really want to wear it. It doesn't scream much for me, but yeah.
I don't remember what we ranked the red one, but this one on it, I'm gonna go D with this one.
The red one had more.
Yeah,
had a little bit.
I think
more
it was like
to it.
I think we did a C. I have to
Right.
double check, but yeah, D. D for Denmark. But
D for Denmark.
Sorry,
hey.
man. I just had to.
I feel it.
But y'all gonna do good in the cup. I already know. Okay, next. We have England's away kit. Now, I like this one more than the home kit. I like the red. I like that blue. It pops. I'm a fan of collars on soccer jerseys. I kind of wish Adidas didn't cut off the way it does right there. Kind of wish it was like a button one. But it's a solid away kit. Yeah, I like the colors. It's very solid to me.
That does Nike have the contract with NHL right now? Is that who's doing NHL jerseys? Adidas does,
I believe.
The first time I seen the blue like that was on the Kraken. Their logo has that, and I love that ice blue seafoam. It seems like Nike's been using that quite frequently with some of these, because I think we've seen somebody else, Australia had something similar to that. Maybe a little bit more on the green side, but I love this one. I think this is the way I want red to pop. I think this is the way I want so it's like the blues that they used from the homes on the sleeves, but I think used way better. I like that little trim around the collar. I like that little bit over at the end, at the tail bottom of the jersey. This is a really big step up from the last one, and I enjoyed the last one. I wasn't
I was the one that was very critical about it,
but this one way better.
I even pulled a fake out. I put it as a C, then I brought it back down to a D.
right. But I like this one. Mm-hmm. Where are we putting this one?
This one for me is a solid B.
All right.
Just because I couldn't put it an A, because I don't think it's better than the Croatia one.
Right.
So
I think it's sitting at B nicely. I think the B is definitely a a good group.
Yeah, right for sure. Next we have Ecuador. Now this one I like. So just to give you some insight, the graphic pattern hints at the country's vibrant culture. So that's what it is. I love this blue. I love the blue for the patterns. The white cuff, the white on the collar, the flag again right there, just like not the whole. It's not the whole cuff. It's just right there on the one little section. And then the is that grayish for the crest and the name of the brand. Like, this one's solid. I really like this one.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I even like that little white line down there at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the kind of little small stuff that I enjoy. I like the white on the collar. This actually, between this and the last one, which you had as an A, and I completely agreed with that. It makes me want to look into like Marathon. What else do you guys have to offer?
Right, like, whatever other clubs they sponsor.
Right, yeah. Right. Some of like the clothes they may have. They definitely knocked this one out the park.
I mean,
big fan, yeah.
Yeah, they're one of the few that is. This is the only shirt they did. That's in the World Cup, so they made sure that they caught some eyes, because they caught my eye.
Absolutely.
And I could see they caught yours, and I'm sure they caught a lot of people's eyes.
So Marathon, big winner. This is one of the best ones we've seen. Yeah. I like the sleeves.
Another one where the home and away were just home runs.
Right. Absolutely.
This is a solid A for me.
Ecuador coming out as an early favorite here in the jerseys. Hope you guys do good in the World Cup.
Hey, man. Talk about that in another video. So next we have France. So clean white shirt. They have stuff like some what's the word? Like known places, like famous places, like on their jersey and stuff.
Right. Like landmarks.
Landmarks. Thank you. God. So they have like right there the Arc de Triomphe in the French Football Federation's headquarters. Like stuff like that. I like the blue. I like the designs on there. I like how faint it is too. It's not like, because like if it was like a darker color, it'd probably just be too much. It maybe feel like too cluttered.
Right.
Just like a lot going on. I think it's a good kit.
I'm not a big fan of this one. This one reminds me of like my grandma's fine china. I'm not like a huge fan of the. It can't get away from me now. Like I can't like unsee it. It's like
no, I can't unsee it.
My grandma brings out like she wants to have tea. Go over. Maybe has some like breakfast tea.
I can't unsee it now. No.
I such a huge fan of probably my favorite from the home. I feel like the blue's a little too light. We maybe would have wanted it a little bit darker. That's just a personal preference, though, because I love the navy on the last one. I think because it's so plain, I know there's a lot going on, but because it's so plain, it doesn't give you room to give me a little bit of the gold flourish that I kind of liked from it.
Yeah, the gold was really nice. It was a nice touch.
Feels like, I don't know, it feels like a t-shirt. It feels like a Burlington Coat Factory Nike look. Like this is a part of the Russell Westbrook the collection. Not a fan of this one. I like the history behind it though. Like I like that they that is a cool take on kind of putting it. But if we were to kind of put kind of toe to toe, like who's kind of using the country to their advantage the best, I kind of like the Belgium nod to Tomorrowland a little bit better, but good idea. I didn't really like the execution on this one.
Damn, the fine china kind of killed me. Kind of affects where I originally thought about this kit. Oh man. All right. I was thinking C, but you kind of ruined it for me.
You gotta do a TikTok with the tea set that every grandma has, and but like, you know, I hope Mbappe does scores a lot of goals in that one.
Bruh, because I was thinking C, and then you mentioned all that, and then I was like, oh no, you kind of ruined it for me. And then I can't place it next to Argentina's with its flames.
No, the flames was way better than this one.
God. All right, next. Let's move on. We have Germany's away kit. I love the colors. Obviously, resembles the flag and all that. I like the different, like this crazy pattern that they have on it. What do you think?
I like this one. Germany 2 for 2 for me. It reminds me a little bit, and not in a bad way, but it reminds me a little bit of the Japan. Obviously, Japan had like the origami kind of take on it.
Yeah,
this is really cool. The black and red look really good. If I felt like the South Korea felt a little bit unfinished, this is the finished version I'm looking for with something like that. The gold comes out really nice. Love the gold on the sleeves. I'm imagining kind of like you were talking about with the home. The long sleeve has like the
stripes, just like this one right here. It'll come down, little space, and then come all the way back down.
I can only imagine I would like that one even more. Big fan of this one. Adidas did their thing with this one.
No, yeah, like I said, I like the zigzag pattern. How they're just all over the place. The red, like it's just a good kit. Because of the colors, because the Adidas, and then I think the striped color, like that gold. It's could be just a picture that we're using. Seems a little darker compared to the crest, which makes the crest just pops more. I don't know if it's just the lighting on this picture that we.
I see what you mean.
But yeah, it's a really good kit.
Yeah. I like this one. I would get this one.
This one I will go with. I'll give it an A. I like it, especially because the long sleeve. The long sleeve looks crazy. Next, this is Ghana. Now, what you were talking about at the beginning of the video. Let's see who may redeem themselves or like what they got. We'll let you know when it comes to Puma away kids. Don't get your hopes high. All right. So this is Ghana's away kit. The big square in the middle. I don't know why they went with this design. You're gonna see this design a lot for the rest of the video. I do like the red. I like the bright colors. But yeah, that square in the middle just kills me. Putting the star, the crest, and I think and then just Ghana like right there. It also just seems too crowded. Like, just looks messy. I'm not a fan of this one.
You know,
the only thing that saves this kit is just the colors.
Right, because the red's awesome, the sleeves are awesome. Personally, I felt like they fixed the problems I had with when they had the 3 going across and the other one. I felt like they were all too big. With them small, like if they would have like just had that little piece right here with just that, I could have lived with that. However, the box is so dumb. And if it was just to give us that faint GHA, so dumb.
Numbers are going in there.
That's what numbers would be?
Yeah.
Wouldn't even change my mind on this one. I know that there's some styles that we've had where you're like, maybe if I see this with numbers, I would. But that would make it even worse.
Yeah.
This is a really bad, for something that had so much potential. Like, I feel like Ghana has so much. They have great colors. I feel like they have great design ideas that they can turn to. I would have did more with the star, although they making the star a little bit smaller kind of fixed the criticism I had for the last one. But this is the box is awful. This is really bad. Don't like it.
All right, and with that being said, this is an F for me.
Come on, Puma.
An F for me. It's close to a D because of the colors, but I just I don't know. Let me think about it. We'll see by the end of the video. All right.
Iran.
Next is Iran. Now, we know. So when I shot the home video, I did not realize that I was doing Iran's World Cup qualifier jerseys. They were playing with them earlier this year, throughout the year, but I picked the wrong one. So on the away one, the home one, I mean, I'm sorry. But yeah, we got the right one for the away one, which is a solid red, same brand. And then they have the leopard print on the sleeves. And then, yeah, so let's get into it. So the leopard print, this one went a little different. As you can see, they kind of cut off the flag colors on the cuff. So it's kind of like on the inside, and then they cut it off with the leopard print going down to the end of it. I mean, there's not much to say. I like the print. I kind of wish maybe it wasn't just on. It's a solid shirt. Like, I mean, I like the colors.
Right.
You know, it screams it's missing something to me. I just don't know what.
I agree. Especially seeing the one that we did do yesterday. I like the stripes. I'm missing the stripes here. This
across
one,
the chest, right? Yeah.
Right. This one feels boring, unfortunately, because the ones that we've seen that they use for international play had a lot going on, and I thought it was kind of cool. Thought it was interesting. This one isn't interesting enough for me, unfortunately.
Yeah. Let's see. Go. All right. So my gut's telling me an F. But because of that, my gut's telling me a D for the Ghana one. Just because there's at least more vibrant colors going on.
Right. There's more to draw from on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. We kind of have an F going of like really plain.
Yeah. So Ghana gets bumped up because of its colors.
There you go.
All right.
Redeeming thing you guys did with it, Puma.
Next, now it's the Japan away one. We actually have the long sleeve one here. That's not purchasable in the United States for some reason.
Now, for the short sleeve, do I still get this design on the?
So, all right. So the short sleeve one, you do get it. But when you see it, you have the black cuff, right? And then it just kind of seems like not unfinished. You just kind of want more.
Right.
Let me see here real quick. Let me just pull it up for you real fast. But it's a great design. I still love it. I love the long sleeve more. Like, to me, Japan knocked it out of the park for both home and away. And I mean, I was talking about it yesterday. When we did the home video, the home kits. Everything they did, everything they touched in this World Cup was magic for me, at least. So yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's still a good kit. It's an amazing kit, but the long sleeve is way, way better compared to the short sleeve. But I still think it's a solid kit.
The long sleeve is definitely better. The aways, there's something to be desired here. There's something I got from the homes. I feel like I'm missing a little bit here.
Yeah, I will say this, and I'm not trying to just like be on Japan's bandwagon. it's also the picture that we're using because it's just like a JPEG. But on Twitter, when people posted their Japan jersey, the detail, like even like on the white, like the stitching and stuff or whatever, like it's just so crisp, so clean. I just have to throw that out there.
It's what I love about the Japan jerseys in general is I really love the shield that they got there. That is really strong, and I can tell that there's some countries that I prefer a little bit more. It's okay. Mm-hmm. It's all right. It's strong. I like it. I like the home more. That would be my final. But I really like the colors that they're using for the sleeves. But I don't like that they cut it off a little bit too much on the. I would like it a little bit more. But
that's fair. That's fair. But since this is my tier list, I'll go B.
Yeah.
Only reason why is because it should have been. It could have been an A if it was the long sleeve was a lot easier for me to purchase.
Right.
I have to jump through hurdles and hoops and all that to get it.
Purchasability has to come into this a bit as well. I feel you, but B is definitely solid. Japan definitely high up in their success right here.
Man, we only have one C so far. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's either like missed the mark or it's been pretty good.
Okay. Next is what I'm wearing, the Mexico away kit. It's so clean. It's so pretty. I love the colors. I love all the Aztec designs on there. It's on the all over print. It's just, they just did not do no wrong with this kit.
It's perfect.
Like the red, the only green is on the front part of the collar. Like it's such a good kit. It's such a good kit. A couple of my friends were hating on it because they're like, it looks like a pajama. I'm like, nah. Well, it's a sick ass pajama. So
it's my kind of pajama.
Yeah. It is. So this Mexico, just like with Japan, Ecuador, home and away, they did not miss. I really enjoy this a lot.
I
really love this kit.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's maybe one of the best ones, home or away, that we've seen. Seeing it in person is awesome.
Seeing it also in long sleeve, like Japan. Come on, bro. Like, I need it.
They went darker on the red. Almost like a maroon type. And I love it. This is... I already know we're going to go with this one, and it deserves every single bit of it.
Yes. All the way up.
Perfect. I love the top right now. I love the top four. A is definitely holding it down.